Hey everyone, I just wanted to record a quick video about something. So I do estate planning, and part of that is to have a healthcare power of attorney and living will. And so I have a story to tell you. My ex-wife is in the hospital right now. Now, even when we were married, she didn't want to do the estate plan documents. She's from Ukraine. She thought they're silly. No one in Ukraine does living, wills and all that kind of stuff. They just don't do it. So I wanted to do this video because I want to just share that I get it. That a lot of times people come to me and maybe they're trying to encourage their parents to do documents, or a spouse or someone else, and it's just hard. Sometimes, like, some people just don't want to think about death, or they figure, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Who cares? And now, luckily, in my situation, okay, I'm her ex-husband, but I'm really like the only one able to, well, I'm the only one there. So the staff, just from a practical standpoint, is going to talk to me. Obviously I'm not being rude or causing problems. That would be a different thing. If I was going in there and trying to bully or boss around or cause trouble, they would kick me out. But they would kick anyone out based on that. But, I'm just trying to be supportive. Okay, I need to insert an editorial comment here. So the reason that I, as an ex-husband, am able to communicate with the staff at the hospital about my ex-wife's medical condition, and learn about pretty private things about her surgery and all that stuff, is she was there. She was able to communicate. Now, granted, communication was basically by like a slight nod. She can't even open her eyes. She absolutely cannot talk. But she is able to communicate. Now, if it was anything other than that, if she couldn't communicate, I would be a stranger. And they would probably let me visit, but in terms of making decisions, if there was ever a decision to be made, if my ex-wife could not talk, then it reverts basically just to state law. Like, the law is to preserve life, so the staff would be, they would be required to do whatever is necessary to preserve her life. But if there's ever a choice to be made, that would be an issue. There'd be no one authorized right now to do anything. Now, her mother is alive. She's just not here locally. If there was an issue where her mom and I had a dispute, that would be, well, of course, frankly, at that point, the hospital may choose to do nothing, and one or both of us would have to go to court and fight it out, which would take, I'm just telling you, like, minimum, if we were aggressive and seeking an emergency ruling, we could probably get that done within 2 weeks. So imagine, meanwhile, she's laying in a hospital bed with no one making decisions. So I just wanted to say that. I kind of made it sound like having no documents is fine. You just go in as long as you're cool and don't cause trouble. That's not the case. If a decision needs to be made for healthcare, medical care, or whatnot, and the person laid up is incapacitated, meaning can't communicate and or does not have the legal competence to make a rational decision, or competent decision, then if there's no one else appointed in a healthcare power of attorney, or whatever it's called in your particular state, that causes a problem. So anyway, I just wanted to insert that because I think I made it sound like everything's fine, you don't need the documents. Okay, we'll keep going with my story. And anyway, so the situation, without getting too personal, because I don't have her permission to disclose this stuff, but she had a surgery today and she's having another surgery or yesterday she had one, and she's having another surgery today. So it's kind of on the serious side. Theoretically life-threatening. There's a significant percentage of people with this that don't make it, unfortunately. She's a fighter, though. I'm sure she's going to be fine. But the main point anyway is just, I get it. Like, it's we all go through our life just thinking everything's fine and normal and all that stuff until whammo, something hits, and all of a sudden you or your loved one is in the hospital, can't make decisions, can't do anything. And like in our situation, it's pretty simple. We share a dog. Okay, so I have custody of my little dog here. So that's fair enough. But it could have been a lot more complicated. In any event, just what's my point? I guess my point is that you're not alone, number one, because listen, I wrote a book called Lasting Wealth, and this makes it seem like I have all my stuff, that's the word I can use on YouTube, all my stuff together. But I don't necessarily, and my family is not necessarily this perfect family. And we have relationship issues and all that kind of stuff, just like everyone does. I guess that's point number one. Point number two is maybe don't give up. And if there is someone that doesn't have legal documents in place, it's just really important. And just remind them again, maybe, or I don't know. You can't make anyone do anything, obviously. Okay, we're a free country so far, and so you can't make anyone do anything. But you can try. Maybe share this video or something. Okay. Anyway, over and out. Hope you have a good day. All right. Bye.